And welcome back to the Heart of Chaos. I'm Javier once again, and I welcome you back to The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. In the last episode, we entered the Ancient Cistern and got the whip at the bottom of this giant statue. And in this episode, we're going to use the whip to make our way higher in the statue. You might notice that we've made it back, but we can still go higher. Now, this might not benefit us all the way. In fact, going too high will only reach us that locked door, if we remember correctly. I believe taking it one more step higher is only going to lead us to the locked door, and we can't go up these stairs because we can't go up these stairs. Nintendo told us we can't go up the stairs. But there is a sign here. I wonder what it says. If I could read the sign, thank you. Look for the key that lies beneath the earth. Well, Fee's gonna tell us something. Based on the patterns we've seen so far, I believe the key mentioned in the stone marker is the key required to unlock the device ahead of us. Thank you, Fee. I could not have figured that out on my own. Anyway, we don't need to be up here anymore, so let's go ahead and jump. Oh, wow, that's much further than I anticipated. Though not that bad. So let's go ahead and make our way up this high and make our way to the second floor entrance instead of the first floor entrance. What lies over here? Well, honestly, nothing. It's just kind of an easier way down, I suppose. Hey! I didn't realize that. Okay. So we have a few ways to go now, at least if I'm remembering correctly. Let's go ahead and keep the tradition of not going in the water just yet. If we go ahead and head over in this direction, you might have noticed that we didn't really have a way to go after climbing up these steps. If we go ahead and climb them, you might notice that there is a lock-on cue. Go ahead and swing the Wii Remote, and you can fly. What? What was that? I am calling BS because I don't want to curse yet. The game could piss me off more before I'll curse at it. Anyway. Not quite sure what happened there, game. Let's try that again. Yeah, that worked. That worked. Alright, so let's go ahead and hop over here. And over here, there is another treasure chest. Opening it up will garner us the dungeon map. It shows the layout of the area and reveals unexplored rooms. So you might notice now that with that, there is an area we can now go under the water. That's where we need to go. The reason we came up here is because that's how they hinted the fact that you need to start going under the water. Because they knew Zelda fans would despise the idea of another underwater adventure. Many people praise Majora's Mask for being the only game in the Zelda franchise that's done underwater right, aside from the 2D games. But I would disagree. I would say that there hasn't been a Zelda game that's really done water dungeons wrong. Now, Mario games are another story. That's net. That's not my whip at all. Let's go ahead and flip over this lily pad. If that is what you really are. And hop over here. Go ahead and use the whip one more time to pull this switch down. That will allow that mouth to close, and the waterfall will not prevent us from going any further. So let's go ahead and jump on down and go inside of this new unexplored room, as the map told us, because this is clearly not explored. Hopping up here, we have another Skull Tula, which we'll just have to go ahead and whack down. Not too difficult, but we will not be able to get in this room without the whip, because it's the dungeon item, and it's cleverly being used. I was actually thinking we'd have to go behind us, but you know what? I am very curious. What is behind this door number? Well, look at treasure chest. Is it 20 rupees? Calling 20 rupees. Ah, called it. 20 rupees. What did I win? Oh my god, what did I win? I won the ability to continue doing this episode. That's what I won. Because I can't give myself a prize. Maybe I'll get a cookie. Do I have cookies? I might have a cookie. Ow, wait, what? Oh, I was wondering where that came from, and then I realized there's a goblin up here who's firing arrows because he's a dick. And now he's dead. Alright. You might notice that we'll be able to swing over there. There's water over here that prevents us from going any further. That slime looks like he's contemplating suicide. Let's turn it into a homicide. We want more points towards Fee's battle ratings whenever we use them. Near the end of the project, I actually do probably plan on, like, maybe showing off the battle ratings if it's a desired... Whoa! That was glitchy. If it's desired. Anyway, let's go ahead and kill these Dekubabas because we can. Quadrababas are really the only problem I have. But they're difficult for a reason, I imagine. Nothing too major. So let's go ahead and climb over here. You're going to have to use all of your stamina if that is what you really need to do. I might be completely wrong. Am I completely wrong? I am completely wrong in going that way. I don't know why I panicked. I do apologize. I said it last episode and I died again. I have not played this dungeon in quite a while, and it's, despite being my favorite dungeon, it's not ringing a bell right now. I should also point out that I am actually rather exhausted from a lot of, talking about E3 speculations. And as much as, I wasn't at E3, and I probably don't have a right to complain as much as, say, people who are actually at E3. I've been doing a lot of excitement. I've been getting really excited, and it's just been one hell of a ride. That guy over there is gonna be a problem. So we're gonna kill him with a very slow beetle. Oh wow, he even freaks out too. Nice touch. Let's go ahead and grab the whip. And all we need to do... Can I get this, or do I actually just have to use the whip? Oh wow. Alright. Hey, actually, I do have to use the whip to get to that. I actually messed that up too. I was so close. You know I was close too. Oh, come on, Whip. You were there. You were there. Alright, so let's go ahead and swing onto this. Wonderful. I am king of grabbing things. Like levers. Now we can move up and actually swing over here. Just latch onto the vines and we can climb up. And all you have to do is kill all these little guys. Just little... You know what? We're gonna let him live. We're gonna call him Larry. Larry the Dekubaba. He gets to live. He gets to hang out with his dead buddies. Well, Larry, it's been great knowing you, buddy. You've been a great friend. I know you want to bite me. Sensual pleasure, all that kind of stuff. Biting your mate is always fun, but later, Larry. Have fun! Wow, it suddenly got very dark in here, don't you think? Now, as we're in a darker part of this temple, I kind of wanted to bring something up. The Ancient Cistern is based around a Buddhist story. Now, for those who don't know me, I am currently... I'm in a family that practices Nichiren Buddhism, which is a form of... which is a philosophy and a way of life. Not so much a religion, at least as far as I've always understood it. And it's a way of life that celebrates peace and inner mind. Now, there's a story that goes around this whole place that is quite interesting. It is about one of the stages of hell and a man who got very greedy. Now, he was stuck down in hell, and he wanted to get out, but all of his sins and all of the problems he caused when he tried to escape came back to haunt him and dragged him back into the hell he was inhabiting. A neat story and a bit deeper when it comes to the Zelda franchise. You will understand the metaphor and where that story comes from a little later in the dungeon. I just wanted to get it over here now because that specific part I'm talking about is actually going to be a little more hectic when we get to it. Alright, so let's go open up this room, and there's a bokoblin arrow flying over there. down there, if we look closer, with the light above, down below is the treasure chest, and that's very decorated treasure chest, when we know what that means. Master, I have some important information that I am certain you will want to hear. There is a large treasure chest in the area. There is an 85% probability it contains the key that will open the door we observed at the top of the stone statue. Wonderful. There is a goblin over there who wants my flesh. And that's what the arrows are for. Right. And roll. Okay, cool. We killed him. I apologize if I'm not as entertaining as I normally would be, or if I'm even entertaining to some people. This temple's not inspiring me to be funny. Moreover, I want to get it right, and I'm also emotionally drained. That's not true. I'm not emotionally drained. I wouldn't be recording if I was emotionally drained. Oof. Now, ow. I didn't even spin the nunchuck game. I'm at 5 hearts. 5. It's not right, game. It's not right. Alright. Now that we should set things right, we should go over to the left. If we flip up here, and go ahead and aim our whip at this lily pad, flip it over. First I'm going to want to come over here. And any hearts, game. Actually, one thing I did notice earlier, I constantly went towards grass to gain hearts. But I believe in Skyward Sword, you actually don't get hearts from grass. You actually have to find heart flowers and enemies that give it to you. So it's not as common as it normally would be. And I got that wrong, and I got that wrong, and I got that wrong, and stop. Oh my god. You're a jerk. I'm just gonna cut him off the right way, I suppose. That's what we gotta do. Alright. So, we actually can't go that way. We need to... Not that way. I was gonna put the sword away. We want to go ahead and jump down here. Flip this little lily pad. Get up for some fresh air, because fresh air is always nice. And it revealed a pathway down below. I believe there was 20 rupees here too. And puffer fish. Wonderful puffer fish. We all love puffer fish. So let's go ahead and... Ow. Oh my god, I'm at 4 hearts. Ow. I won't die. How many potions, actually? I'm going to avoid you guys because I don't want to go down to 1 heart dealing with you guys. Probably should have avoided them in the first place, honestly, but I'm stupid like that. Hey, Fee, you're going to tell me that my hearts are low? Your hearts have decreased quite dramatically. Replenish some at your... Thank you, Fee. I was actually going to hurt myself. You know what? I have a heart potion. Let's go ahead and drink that up. Use that to its fullest potential. Kill this guy because he watched me drink blood, and I don't think I need that around. Oh, look, a treasure. Skip! Woo! We got a treasure. And 5 rupees, which is the best treasure you could ever ask for. Go ahead and flip this about. And that'll allow us to move forward. Which repeats the cycle all over again. We have to go to the other side, get back up that little ledge, and make our way back over to that ledge where we flipped the lily pad in the first place. And this Waltula will live, just like Larry lived. But we're not going to name that Waltula because he's not as important as Larry. Larry has a very deep place in our hearts. And I hope he's living a good life where I left him. I would hate to hear him that he's suffering. He went to college. I mean, he paid for his way here, and it's important to him that it stays that way. So that's what we're going to let him have. We're going to let him have his way. It's important. It's important. Anyway, let's go over here. We have, I do believe that is a new enemy. This is a phoenix. This spirit bird is said to survive by eating flames. Due to its cautious nature, it can be difficult to approach. However, by catching and holding the bird's attention some are able to successfully attack it. I suggest being wary of its curled tail. And we've defeated 0 of this enemy, so she is unable to analyze our battles against it. Alright, so while we have its attention, it's going to get ready to attack us when it uncurls its tail. And as you can see, I have my whip out. You want to go ahead and pull it down and strike at it. And that's how you defeat phoenixes. Pretty simple. Alright, next up we're going to have to come over here. Sadly, I don't have any seeds. So if I see any Waltulas on the way down here, I'm going to have to just shake them off. Hopefully I have the stamina to keep going. And nope. Do not want. Do not want. Alright, cool. I made it with just a sliver of stamina. It's gonna have to happen a few times. I do have my stamina potion, but I mean, the reason that's there, honestly, in my opinion, is for the Lanayru Desert region and nothing else. Anyway, what that does is allows us to get back up here so that if we fall during this next segment, we won't have any issues. And in the next episode of The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword, we're going to continue on through this temple and make our way to the end, because we don't actually have that much more to go. But now we have Chaotic Reunion, and I'll see you all then.